Okay, I'm glad you could join me today. My name is Jerry. I'm with H&J Industries, LLC, and this is going to be primarily talking about where we're headed for 2019 and also with a focus on bringing new traders on. Okay, so we are a partnership. There's 3 partners. We're a multifaceted organization. We trade financial securities, but we also have a separate line of business surrounding retail products like essential oils, colognes, and perfumes. And we are currently expanding our product line and working on distributing our retail products both locally and online. But today I want to mostly talk about trading financial securities, which is part of what we do, with a focus on new traders. So we trade all types of securities, whatever we believe is appropriate, we'll trade it. But currently our focus is on futures, ETFs, and occasionally we will trade individual stocks and options. Now, for 2019, our objective is pretty straightforward. We want to expand our organization by creating a proprietary fund, otherwise known as a prop fund. Okay. Now, for new traders, solely at the organization's discretion, a new trader can join us. Okay. But first, they must pass what's called a paper trading trial period before real money trading is allowed. And number 2, trading will occur under a sub-account of the prop fund. So if a new trader comes on, they're going to be trading under a sub-account, but only after they go through a paper trading trial period or probation period, because it's important to find out whether or not a new trader can actually be profitable. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Okay, number 3, the organization may provide, and I say may because we might not always do that. It depends a lot on the individual, but we may provide initial seed money for the new trader to make trades. Okay, now really important, the seed money is strictly for trading. Okay, it is not for the trader to keep or take possession of in any way. Okay, so the trader would come in, and if we have an agreement, which would be a signed agreement, that the organization, that H&J is going to provide the seed money, and then the trader would use that seed money to make trades, not to keep, but to simply make profit from the seed money, okay? Number 4, profits from the trades. The trader gets to keep the profits, okay? So we obviously want the trader to be have some great opportunity, make a lot of money, but we do take a 15% cut from the profits. Okay, so profits from trades are for the trader to keep, minus 17% that goes to the organization. Now, I just want to talk about the 17% cut. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh my gosh, you're taking 17%. Well, let me tell you something. Go do your own research. I can tell you right now, our organization is by far one of the lowest in the industry, because most proprietary funds take anywhere from 20 to 50% from their traders. If you don't believe me, go check it out for yourself, okay? So 17% is extremely low. And the reason we do that is because we want the trader to be really profitable. We want them to obviously make a really good living. And of course, we still want to make profit too, because we're the one taking a lot of risk by putting the money up front. And we obviously have a lot going on behind the scenes that we have to pay for and stuff like that, okay? All right, number 5, there will be certain rules that must be followed by the trader, which we're going to discuss in detail in another document at a later time. But just some things to cover real quick here. The maximum margin that the new trader is going to be allowed to use. Okay, we'll talk about how much margin they can actually leverage, because that's really important, especially in today's market. Margin is really important to manage that. That's called risk management. Okay. The number of contracts is that's specific to futures, because most of the trading is going to be done in futures, but the number of contracts, also known as lots, they're going to be allowed to be traded. In the beginning, the trader might only be allowed to trade 1 lot when it comes to trading the real money. And that's so that we, the partners, can take a good look at what that trader's doing and see whether or not they can be profitable. Are they profitable? Are they losing money? Because if you're losing money, on a regular basis, let me put it this way: if you're losing more than you're making, there's already a problem, right? So we're going to limit that to probably to one lot trading in the beginning just to see how things go. And then we're willing to perhaps provide more seed money if trading's going well. We might even allow the trader to expand to 2 lots or 3 lots if things are going well. But a lot of that has to do with performance, okay? And there are going to be some other rules that are derived from the current market conditions. For instance, right now, we're in an extremely bear market. Lots of things are going down, not up, okay? And we anticipate 2019, 2020 a continued bear market. And we'll get into that later. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of where we're heading as an as an organization, H&J Industries, and with a focus on new traders coming on board, okay? All right, so now let me just switch real quick here to, this is a platform known as TOS. Okay, this is the broker that has this platform is TD Ameritrade. We may or may not stick with this platform, but it doesn't really matter which platform we use. This is what we're currently using right now. Okay, and in this picture right here, what you're looking at in front of you, this is if you look in the upper left-hand corner here, this is light sweet crude oil futures. Okay, most people are going to trade the /CL, but we also trade /QM because of various reasons we like it. Okay. So anyway, what you're looking at in front of you right now is actually a weekly chart going all the way back to 2016 on the left and all the way up to today on the right. You can see the market's been taking a really big hit here for the last two plus months, about 2 months. Okay. So oil has gone dramatically down from 76.9 all the way down to about 45. All right. And you'll notice there's a bunch of little rectangular looking things on here, sell on the top, different colors, and buy on the bottom. We'll get into all that later. Basically, that's H&J's algorithm, mathematical, financial algorithm that we use to help us make trades, okay? And we'll talk about that later on when we get into when a new trader comes on. We'll get into training. We'll get into discussing the details of how trades are going to be made, all right? So just give you a quick overview of what a new trader is going to be participating in and how things are going to go. Really high level overview. Some of the nuts and bolts would be that a new trader would be signing an agreement with us, and the agreement would stipulate some of the things I already talked about. Okay. All right. So just to give you an idea, I know some of the basic questions are going to be, well, how much money can I make? All traders want to know how much money they can make, especially new traders, right? Well, let me give you an idea. Okay, I think I started with about $6,000 recently on one of the accounts that I have, and turned it into about $10,000. I'd say in about 2 months or less. Okay, so $4,000 in about 2 months. Now, for some people, that's a lot, and for other people, that's nothing. But I don't really care what other people think or don't think necessarily. This video is not about trying to prove that, we're better traders than some or worse than others. It doesn't really matter, okay? I'm just giving you an idea of something that can be done, all right? So you could do a lot better than that, or you might not do as good as that. Just depends on how good of a trader you are, okay? And again, we'll talk about the details of all that later. Okay, so that's it for now in this video. If you have any more questions, in the description down in the video will be some contact information. You can contact us from there, okay? Hope you enjoyed the video, everybody, and we'll talk to you again real soon.